and we were reading about 0.3 volts. So we're well below 1 volt. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode here at Full Throttle. Thank you very much for tuning in on today's episode. If you are new to the Full Throttle YouTube page, be sure to head over and check out all the content over there, and be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you get notified on any new uploads to the channel. You don't want to miss out. There's tons of good content, and as always, I appreciate your guys' support. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button if you do enjoy today's episode. So as you've seen from the thumbnail, we're going to be taking another look at the Noco Genius 5 battery maintainer and charger. Now, basically everything we're going to discuss today is the exact same method throughout the Noco Genius line. So the Noco Genius 2, the Genius 5, the Genius 10, and so on. So it's the exact same process throughout with all of their line of battery maintainer and chargers for the new generation. So we're gonna head over to the workbench there, take a look, and show you guys what we're gonna be talking about today. What some people are running into issue with is the battery maintainer charger won't actually start charging the battery. So what is happening is the Noco Genius does have basically a battery voltage, right? Like it's measuring the battery voltage to give you an indicator on how charged the battery is. But what happens is if the battery is below 1 volt, it can cause trouble, and basically the battery charger doesn't believe it's hooked up to a battery, so it'll stay in the standby mode. So I'll show you that here now, and basically how to get around that and have the battery charger kind of force mode charge. So that's what it's called on the Noco Genius, is force mode. And I'm going to show you guys how to activate force mode if you're trying to charge a battery that is below 1 volt, or if for some reason the battery maintainer isn't actually picking up and it's just staying in standby mode. So let's dive into that now. I'll show you guys that and give you some more details on this function. All right guys, so we have the battery sitting up on the bench. We have negative to negative, positive to positive. I did check it with the voltmeter, and we were reading about 0.3 volts. So we're well below 1 volt on the battery. So again, like I said, this is going to be your issue if you're charging a really dead battery, or again, most likely it's below 1 volt. The Noco Genius is going to have a hard time picking up that voltage, and it won't charge. So I'll show you that now, what will happen. So we have that all connected up to the battery. Next step would be to plug it into the wall. Got the cord there now. Plug that in. So you see the indicator lights all flashed on the Noco Genius, and all we have now is the standby light. So this is what I'm going to show you guys if you're having the same problem. Most likely your battery is below 1 volt and it's not picking up the voltage of the battery, so it doesn't know what to do. Honestly, it just doesn't think it's connected to a battery. So what you have to do is now go over to your mode button, hold that for 7 seconds. You'll see the bottom battery modes. One of them will light up. At that point, you're going to click through your modes to choose the type of battery. So in this instance, we do have an AGM, so I've selected the 12 volt AGM. And now you can see we are charging. The charging indicator light is flashing. At this point, it's now in force mode. So before, it wasn't automatically picking up the battery. It was not charging. It was just sitting in a standby mode. And now we do have the battery, Noco Genius battery maintainer, charging the Lith AGM battery. At this point, in force mode, it'll last for about 5 minutes. At that point, the Noco Genius will revert back into its standard battery charge method. Basically what that will do is check to see if the battery is holding a charge. Within 5 minutes it should be over 1 volt. If it's not, what will happen is it'll go back into standby mode. All right guys, and hopefully that helps you guys out with your Noco Genius, and if you've been having any issues trying to charge a really low battery or dead battery. Most times you'll be all right, but you'll run into the issue if it is below 1 volt. Like I mentioned, it's just the battery charger isn't detecting it's connected to a battery, so it'll sit in that standby mode. But it's very simple. Hold that mode button for about 7 seconds, and then once those battery type indicator lights start to light up, select your type of battery you're using, whether it's a standard 12 volt, 12 volt AGM, or a 12 volt lithium, or even a 6 volt standard battery. Choose your battery type. At that point, it'll go into force mode for, as I mentioned, 5 minutes. and then it'll carry over. And if it is holding a charge, it'll go into its standard charging operation, and you'll see those indicator lights increase as the battery voltage increases as well. So again, guys, hope that helps you guys out. If you do have any questions at all with the Noco Genius or anything else, be sure to reach out, leave your thoughts and comments down below. I love hearing from you guys as always. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button as well. Your guys' support is always appreciated, and it helps. You guys have no idea how much it does help. It goes a long way in supporting the channel to bring you guys bigger and better content. So again, guys, if you have any other comments or questions, be sure to reach out. Again, thank you very much for tuning in today's episode. Until next time, you guys know what to do. Keep her at full throttle.